So, welcome to the journey to $1 million in monthly revenue for my business. For those of you that may not be as familiar or that may be new to the channel, I'm just documenting my little journey here to try and see how far I can get, or as close as I can get to $1 million for my little business I have right here. So, to get into it, first of all, the revenue is about, I think, like 46, almost 4,700, which is like right in line with what I had projected from last month, which is really awesome to see. And I also was able to put my second website onto Mediavine. As you can see here, it was live on July 17th, and it actually took like only maybe like 1 or 2 weeks from me applying to actually having the ads on the website. And so I don't know if that's just because I have a website already on Mediavine, or if they just like the website for whatever reason. But I thought that was pretty neat because the first time I had tried putting on my first website, it took like over a month for me to go through all the hoops basically to try to get it on a Mediavine. But anyways, the RPM. So the RPM on the website number 2, which is where you see the revenue for $623. It's still increasing, and I think it's been stabilizing at around like 20 something to $22, and hopefully it'll keep going up. RPM for website 1 has actually gone up a little bit the past couple days. It was hovering at around like 24 for the majority of the month, and then these past couple days, for whatever reason, the RPM is like 30 or almost 40. So I'm not sure if like advertising spend is going up right now, but it's pretty cool to see. And then on the bottom right, that's the statement that I have from the first half of the month for website 2 from Azoic. And so $4,600 is the total. And as far as the analytics, so in total, I hit about, basically 200,000 page views between the two websites. So for website 1, obviously it had a pretty big spike on and around July 4th. And then it kind of stabilized throughout the month again, and it hit about 124,000 page views, which is really cool to see. I don't know if this website is going to be increasing that much anymore, just due to seasonality in the area that it's in, but I'm still going to be adding more content to it because the RPM, is still pretty high, as well as like the page views or the average time on page. And then for website 2, I mean, this one continues to just keep steadily going up throughout the month, month over month. And so as you can see on the left-hand side, it kind of started at around like 2,000 daily page views, and now it's kind of crossing like the 3,200 daily page views. So if that keeps up, then hopefully this one will be like around 90 to 100,000 page views in August. And so as far as the overall performance of the kind of like portfolio year to date, so in January the total revenue was around basically $100, and then it's kind of gone up steadily month by month, all the way up to $4,600. And so the article count between the two websites is around 1,300. And so hopefully by the end of the year, I can try to bump that up to around 2,000, because one of my goals was to have about 2,000 articles published, have both the websites on Mediavine, and then have at least like $10,000 or whatever for monthly revenue by the end of the year. So we'll see what happens. And then kind of projecting all that out. So I've been taking like the kind of average growth rate from year to date essentially, and kind of like averaging all that into a simple projection, and it's labeled as around like 37%. But as you can see, like the past 2 months obviously haven't hit that, so it's probably going to keep decreasing and stabilize around like 20 to 25% growth rate, which is honestly fine with me. But these growth rates and these projected MRRs are basically just the revenue. These are all calculated using like a very conservative $20 RPM or page RPM. And that's basically just the amount of revenue you make per 1,000 page views. And so Also considering like as you start to go into Q3 and Q4, apparently like the RPMs will be like some of the highest you'll see all year. So if I can get obviously anywhere between like 20 or 30 RPM or even above 20 certainly, then these numbers will start to increase pretty substantially, hopefully. So yeah, these are the kind of like the projections that it has labeled out for the rest of the year. But if I can get like half of what you see in the December column or row, which would be like 500,000 page views and like $10,000 a month, that'd be pretty awesome. So also, again, like I mentioned earlier, the actual versus the projected, which is what you see for July. I was pretty close to the projected estimate, so I missed it by like maybe $100 or so, and hopefully that continues to be that accurate, and I can make around almost $5,700 in this month, which is August of 2022. So that's it, guys. Just a quick little update. Just continuing to crank out quite a bit of content, and hopefully I can emulate what we see here on the screen. But that's it. We'll catch y'all later.